So today we're gonna do some stuff.
Is this your intro?
What?
Is this your intro?
Yeah.
That's it?
Oh yeah! You gotta get sweaty! You gotta get sweaty in here! It's time to get sweaty!
Hey everyone, I got some new merch. There's really nothing more to say except for the fact that I think it's pretty f***ing cool. Yeah, new merch. Go check it out. Oh, I see that cool pint glass. I made that. And I made that too. Ooh, and that. That's, I like that one. So, yeah, go buy some HMODS merch. It let your friends know how cool it is. How cool I am. Or that you think I'm cool, whatever. Yeah, thanks. Alright, welcome to HMODS. Okay. When last we spoke, we rusted all of this. And I got a little bit, I don't know what's going on, but this panel, it's having a very tough time holding on to this. So what I did was I took all the glue off. And basically I'm just gonna reset it, but I gotta cut first. I gotta cut these panels because we need to get this to paint. So I will worry about this later. Clear coating it. What I'm gonna do is, after I cut, I'm just gonna put some masking tape down here, and then I'll clear coat it, and then when we're done, I'll take it off and glue all this back on. It should be fine. The reason why it kept coming off was because I was sort of standing it like this, and so it's not something that the computer is going to do naturally since we're gonna put feet on it. So I'm not worried about it once we put it on. The reason why I'm wearing gloves though is because the rust has set in, but there's still kind of rust dust, and I want to keep that there. So I'm wearing these gloves so I don't start brushing it off and I don't get it on my fingers. And so the first thing we're gonna do today though is we're gonna measure. We're gonna measure out the windows, and then we're gonna cut them right away. I'm gonna move all this crap. So okay, first thing we're going to do is we're gonna move all this crap. It feels really cool in the hand, like I can feel it. Oh, this is one other thing. We're gonna have to rivet this back in before we clear coat any of it. I am really happy with how this turned out. This particular piece, it just looks so cool. I'm glad I didn't get everything off. I'm glad the rust set in completely like randomly. And it looks even better on this side. Just from the time we did all this to now, it's been about, what, 4 days? 5 days? 4 days? Because I think we did this on Sunday. It's Thursday now. Maybe? I don't know. It's been a little under a week. And so it's looking really, really good. And it's eating into some of the paint, which is exactly what I wanted it to do. So I'm very happy with how things are going. So now that we're good on all of this, it's time to grab the masking tape, which, now that I'm thinking about it, I probably should have waited to put on the gloves. And then we're going to measure out the holes and start to cutting. So I'm just going to kind of go along the lines of I'm going to rip up some dust in here. Oh well. I'm going to go along the lines of this and just kind of, I'm going to make it really, really, I'm going to try and keep about a 1/2 inch and make it so that there's a 1/2 inch on each side, so that when I cut the windows, I'll have enough room to rivet in the polycarbonate. I'm really glad I went polycarbonate for like real this time, because it's just a much better piece of plastic to work with. I might actually go in a little further on the sides, like a full width of masking tape, because it'll give it a little bit more of a window shape, because windows aren't square, they're kind of rectangular. So we'll do that. What I kind of also had the thought of doing too was kind of like making like kind of like that with a little kind of to sort of look like bars. And another idea I had was to get some like chicken wire or like window grating to make it look more like a security window than it's going to. But I think I'm thinking too hard about it. I'm not gonna make that much money on this build, and so like I want it to look really good. And nothing that leaves this table is not like everything that leaves this table is something that I'm really, really happy with. But I think it sort of, what's the word I'm looking? Oh crap! It's kind of. I think it's just kind of getting too much into it, so I'm not going to worry about it. So now, what we're going to do is I'm just kind of gonna. I'm not gonna cut all the way. I'm gonna cut and then cut like a diagonal line. So that way what I'll do is I'll kind of round it out a little bit, and we'll do that. It's gonna look really, really cool. So we're gonna do that with the next one. Gotta make sure like, yeah, there's a little bit of dust coming off. And then it's gonna get loud. Which is why me and my gorgeous camera person have already got our earplugs on. Speaking of earplugs, I wish I had earplugs last night. My birthday was yesterday, and oh boy, the woman, she knocked it out of the park. It was just amazing. We went to see Slipknot, and oh my god, I've not seen Slipknot in probably about 15 years. Maybe for Tattoo the Earth or something. It was a long time ago. Not too worried about the actuality of this. So anyway, Slipknot was last night, and oh my lord, it was just one of the best shows I've ever seen. If you ever get to see that band, I highly recommend it, because it was just one of the coolest concerts I've ever seen. But it was, however, extremely loud. And at my age, after having toured, you know, having had to suffer through very loud monitor mixes, in-ear monitor mixes, watching bands play through very loud sound systems, and, you know, listening to tanks fire when I was in the army, my ears are shot, so I need to save as much of my ears as possible. So my ears are still kind of ringing from last night. But it was still one of the coolest shows we ever went to, am I right? Yeah. Alright, so we're good. We're going to start cutting now. And as I said many times, I don't have any real special tools. I hesitate to say I could probably use a bandsaw for this, but I don't have that many blades, and I'm not too experienced with it yet, so I'm not going to do that. The angle grinder will do just fine. I'm a fucking surgeon with that thing anyway. So let's get rocking.
So what do you think about wearing plastic gloves when there's going to be sparks flying?
What do I, latex gloves?
Yeah.
Latex has a really high flash rate.
Okay.
This is going to be just a little bit more difficult than usual because of all the weight. So I need to make sure that.
I'm not worried about it catching on fire. I'm worried about it melting onto your skin.
Oh, I know. Anyway, here we go. Hit the death metal! And we're done. This took me way longer than I thought it was going to. The thing about I always forget that things are. I always underestimate the time, and it's kind of a. Why did I take off the gloves? it's kind of a failing with me, in so much as I really thought we were going to be able to get to paint today, but it's getting to be, it's October tomorrow, so the sun is down, and it's really early, so we're not going to be able to get to paint today. However, I can mount that piece, so it'll dry overnight, and it will be good to paint tomorrow. So at least we can do that. Meantime, everything is cut. Everything is thised, and it's nice and smooth. Well, it's as smooth as it's going to be with cut steel. So with that, there's I know we didn't get a whole lot done today, but we did get a lot done today. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week when we will finally get to painting. Bye.
Can you stop it?
Yeah.
Do you want me to record you mounting that piece?
Oh yeah, well.
Carry on.
Fuck it. Bye.